What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Once again, not to be confused with the Draft to Glory, even though today's video is going to be just one draft. We're having a lot of fun on the draft right now, as you guys well know. It is probably my favorite game mode in FIFA this year. I'm not overly keen on all the other areas. Let's take Neymar. Or do we take a player we never taken before? Let's take Nakata. We hit 14-3 this weekend league. You guys would have known that from Sunday's video. We bought and hopefully at this point have sold Thierry Henry. Let's say that. Ooh, yeah, let's take Griezmann and wait for road to the final son. When I get home on, I thought that wasn't going to be him then. When I get home on Tuesday evening / night, I'm going to jump on the account and start working towards all the good things. Another icon pack. We're going to start grinding league SBCs. We're going to start doing upgrade packs properly, and so on and so forth. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Hopefully today though we can draft and pack a good card. An 85 plus is pretty much what we're looking for. Who do I want out of this? I really want Fabian. I'm going to take Carvalho. He's got a shadow and I really like him. Yeah, because the 85 to 88 market has boomed so hard. If you can get even to the semi-final, you've got a chance of hitting something. That excites me a little bit because the icon packs, when they first came out, they were coming in at about 430k, 420k. They're up to 600k at time of making this video. Obviously, Black Friday will have some impact on that. How much, I don't know, but it will have some impact on that. But yeah, that's where we're at. So this draft, it's a bit weird so far. I'm going to take that Rafael Varane. We got good chemistry on each player, but not great chemistry. That Jordi Alba is 100% going in. He, for me, I'm so happy we packed him. This is one of those cards, guys, right? Where when I look at how much the card costs, I would never have bought it in a million years. In fact, most of the road to the final cards, I think, are wildly overpriced. This Jordi Alba is like 550k on PlayStation and 600k on Xbox. And I look at it and I think, it's just not good enough to warrant spending that many coins on this card. Then we packed him untradeable. And obviously, he's guaranteed to go up to an 89. He's most likely going to get up to a 92 or a 93 as a bare minimum. And at that point, I got a feeling he will be worth way more than what he's worth right now, because after playing with this card for about 50 games already, he is phenomenal. Like genuinely outrageous good. To the point where without the draft, hilariously, and this is why when we talk about the draft and wanting to see all sorts of players in the draft, without the draft, I would never have ever considered buying this card. We obviously got lucky enough to pack him, but because of the draft, this is now me all of a sudden looking at this card thinking, you know what, this card is so good, 500k might be a bargain. So it again begs the question as to why EA don't do a little bit more, or sometimes a lot more, with the draft, because it might convince people to spend crazy money on packs or SBCs to try and gather players that they previously wouldn't have been able to. Right, we get a Premier League player right there, and French as well, so that's really good for chemistry. Stone's not quite on full chem, nor Varane, nor, well, pretty much anyone. I suppose I could put Griezmann down there if we can get a striker. So a Premier League, Sergio Aguero Scream card would be quite nice. What do we get for our other defenders? I don't really have a good set of back. My backline isn't great. Stone's not great. Dalot not great. Varane and Jordi Alba are very good. My CDMs are very good. My cams and striker are very good. It's only a few problem positions here, so it's not too big of a deal. Let's get our next defender. Come on, give me a good centre back. Okay, we've got two options at right back actually. Adama Traore, I'm very tempted to take, or Trent Alexander-Arnold, that will give full chem to John Stones, but has a hunter rather than. Like the Sentinel of Adama Traore, I suppose his defense is terrible. We'll take Trent, I think. We'll pop him in at that right back spot. We'll get that bonus chemistry. We'll get Dalot off of the team. And we'll move on to the next midfielder, which is going to be De Jong, which is actually pretty perfect, because we can put him up there in at that cam role. And he would actually make an okay cam for everything bar shooting. His physicals are good. His dribbling's good. His passing is good. He just won't be able to shoot. He's got medium-high work rates, which isn't ideal either. Maybe he'll have to get subbed off for somebody else, but it does help the chemistry massively and very, very nice indeed. And on the note of helping the chemistry, that Gomez card could also help chemistry if we started him and Dybala instead of De Bruyne and Nakata. It wouldn't quite work. We'd be a 1 or 2 links short, sadly. So moving to the next spot, we've got 2 road to the final cards here. I will take Mane. He will definitely come into that cam role instead of De Jong or De Bruyne. And then either Dybala or Gomez will come on to that other cam spot. Hopefully we could just get like a Messi or a Ronaldo to put up front as well. Just to sub out for Griezmann. Not that there's a problem with Griezmann. I like him a lot actually. And there is Lionel Messi. So fantastic. Yeah, not that there's a problem with him at all. I just prefer Messi, prefer pace basically. Griezmann would be way, way better suited as a cam. And then I'd prefer to take the pace outside of that. Get Rose. We don't need defenders really. He could make for a decent centre back, but John Stones should be good enough to do the deed. And there we go. I might take Zanetti to play centre back over Stones. In fact, I will, because it will give Varane full chemistry as well. I would much prefer Zanetti on 7 with a catalyst ahead of Stones on 10 and Varane on 7. And we're going to get another chance of Luis Figo as well. So my team is all of a sudden, guys, looking very strong. We have got some fantastic subs. My backline and my 2 CDMs are just complete. I don't need to change those at all. Yeah, the goalkeeper's good. The backline is great. The 2 CDMs are fantastic. So the changes to be made will probably be Nakata off and De Bruyne dropping into that central cam role. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how he plays. He's 4-star, 4-star. He's quite nice. And then it's going to be De Jong, Griezmann, and De Bruyne off, or De Jong, Griezmann, and Nakata off. And it's going to be Messi and Mane on for sure, and then either Figo or Dybala, I would assume. So let's get our manager in. Premier League manager would be ideal. French Premier League manager would be a big win. We'll take the Spanish La Liga manager just to get De Jong, Griezmann up to full chem. So I think only De Bruyne is off chem. Everybody else should be on 10. I think that's how we're set up right now. And De Bruyne on 7. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, and Zanetti, of course, on 6 as well. So that is the draft, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay for today's draft, we've got a relatively comfortable route through to the final today. Getting, I think, 2 rage quits very early. This was a weird one, this one. I went 1-0 up against this guy, as you'll see in just a second, very early on, like 8 minutes in. Carvalho bursting forwards, Griezmann getting the ball. Lovely little step over on the inside. Probably could have shot there first time. Took the extra touch. Scored the goal anyway. And then at half-time, he quit. I don't know why he waited till half-time to quit. I mean, he was still getting dominated. But only 1-0 down. You've always got a chance in FIFA, man. You guys know how this game can be. It favours people that kind of like sit back, counter-attack. And that's exactly what he was trying. But just to go to one comment from Friday's video, was from Jack Robinson. He says, start using Dzeko again, Nep. Was nice to see you become so attached to a player who we usually wouldn't think would be brilliant. And I think after the new patch comes, I think I can. When I used Dzeko for that first weekend league, he was banging goals. We actually got our first ever elite this year in FIFA with him in the squad. The first week that we put him in the squad, he just carried me. He was scoring so many goals from just on the top of the box. He was rapid. You know, his pace isn't great, but with a Hunter Chem style, he was fast enough on a straight line. His agility and balance made him slow whilst turning. But the 5-star weak foot with the high tier finishing and high tier reactions and composure and dribbling and ball control just made him a menace. Then EA dropped the patch, nerfed shooting, and I used Dzeko for a few games, probably more than a few games, some Rivals games and a couple of Champs games, and he just wasn't firing. Like, because they nerfed the shooting from the edge of the box, you know, that kind of on that line and just inside and outside of that is exactly where they changed the shot mechanics, I suppose, or the shot accuracy, the error margins. They changed it from there, and Dzeko went from banging everything from there to barely scoring from there. So we had to force back into using high agile players and such to get into the box to score the goals. And that's absolutely fine. You know, the meta shifts from time to time during FIFA. But with this new patch, they're buffing the shooting again, or at the it seems like they're just reverting back the changes to how it was before they patched shooting in the first place, which will mean Edin Dzeko is going to become very, very usable again. And although I do like the 4-2-3-1, I think having a central cam is super, super important. We got elite with the 4-2-2, and we can have a really, really good squad with the 4-2-2. Having 4-2-3-1, I think, is most useful when you need those high agile players. Because I can't use Dzeko at cam. I couldn't use David Villa at cam if we end up completing his SBC. We can't use Jonathan at cam. But in the 4-2-2, using him as a secondary striker, far more applicable, and will definitely, you know, really allow us to get the best out of the team. And once again, the 4-2-2 we end up getting elite with, the 4-2-3-1 we've had good results with, but we haven't played the 30 games since, so who knows what level we're at. But yeah, so I'm excited for this shooting buff to come back in and make like clinical finishers usable again. Into the final of this draft we go, guys. This opponent that I came up against was really good. He was like a drop back, one depth player hitting on counters, but he was good at it. You know, like a lot of the pro players use drop back and one depth, come back on defense, and so on and so forth. And they use it because it's so overpowered, and they know that they're so good defensively, they'll rarely ever concede, and they're so good offensively that they'll make the most of their chances. And for a change, this guy was really good defensively, but not so good offensively. The shot types that he took weren't always the best. He did create an awful lot of chances after defending well, but I managed to just make the most of the few chances that he did allow me to get, and ended up scoring 2 goals from 4 shots on target, 5 shots in total. And he only scored 1 goal. I stole the win, basically. You know, even though I controlled possession against this guy, my keeper there made 14 saves. And he was unlucky not to win, if I'm being honest. But that, guys, is the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. All right, guys, so we end up winning the draft there. 38 now from 68 attempts. What a fantastic record. My aim is to try and get to 100 draft wins before Team of the Year. Our draft record in general is fantastic as well. 199 wins, 30 losses. Very happy with that. This team was good. Definitely carried very hard by Lionel Messi in this draft. Mane as well did bits, but yeah, we popped Messi on quite a lot. Griezmann did stay on as well, down one of the sides. Figo came on down one of the sides, and as expected, Mane came on a lot as well. So this is kind of what the team looked like. As expected, the defense was fantastic. The attack was fantastic. The final was really tough. My opponent has every right to be quite upset, actually. He missed a lot of sitters. I scored 2 goals, and I missed probably 2 really good chances. But he only scored 1 goal, and he probably missed about, I don't know, I want to say 5 or 6 really good chances. It just wasn't his day. He probably deserved the win. He was arguably the better player there. But we came out with a nice victory there, and we are then going to claim our reward and see what we get. Can we get a good pack here? 50k and a 5k. It's not bad. It's actually half decent towards getting the 84s, 85s, 86s that are obviously going for so much right now. We don't get a rare gold player at the 5k pack. A hunter or a shadow would be very welcome, of course. What do we get? Oh, 1,000 coins there, so that's not too bad. Some consumables that will sell as well, and that's going to help. Obviously making us some coins back. So Tompkins probably selling for like 800 coins or so. A couple of K match coins at least. Off of this, we're going to get ourselves up to, with, I don't know, consumables and Bednarek, 1,000 coins unlocked. Probably about 6k there. So we probably need to make about 9k off this 50k pack, which again, we might not. We might not. It just depends if the pack gods are on our side. We are going to get a board or a walkout, so it's a good start. It is a walkout. It's a great start. Come on, EA. It's a French walkout. It's a centre forward. Big Griezmann. Oh, it's Benzema. It's tough. It could have been phenomenal. It could have been Mbappe. It could have been, well, it could have been Longley, or not Longley, Titi. Could have been Pogba. Really could have been Mbappe. But an 87 Karim Benzema there. That is going to net us some fantastic profit. Oh my God, what a pack. It's got an informed Ben Sebaini in there as well. So really, really good profitable pack there. What's Karim Benzema selling for? He's up at 25k, guys. I imagine he was in the 14s or 15s previously. So he's at 26k right now as a guaranteed minimum, and he went as low as 13k, guys, 13k, and he's now up at like 25, 26. So he's doubled in price. And that is a big win with the inform as well, which might not be quite as high as something like Benzema or other 85s, 86s, 87s and stuff. He is a low-rated inform. So, yeah, he's discard price right now. So we'll just hang on to him. There's no reason to get rid of him. but a very profitable draft there. A couple more players in packs, and you can tell by the number of duplicate players we get right now that my club is absolutely loaded with regards to gold cards, common and rare. It's most untradables, sorry, most duplicates now, no matter what we do, and all of these guys are going to be worthless. This guy might be worth a little bit. No, he's not even worth anything. And then Mario Hermoso, yeah, he might come in at 1,000, maybe 1,200 coins, something like that. So really, really profitable draft there, guys, which obviously is delighting. We probably made 25k, 30k off of Benzema, maybe 26k, 12k off the inform. That puts us up towards 40k, 10k from the match coins and riffraff. That's up to 50k. So from that draft, which didn't take too long either because we got 3 rage quits, ended up giving us a nice like 30k profit, something like that. Not too bad at all, man. And we got 2 sales already. Does that mean that Benzema sold straight away? What else sold? Did I have a Lozano? Oh, both Pulisic is sold. I guess because Chelsea have kicked off. Wait, maybe that means he did something for Chelsea. Have Chelsea already scored? No, Man City, Chelsea, 0-0, 10 minutes in. I bought those for like 37s and 38s and stuff. I forgot that Chelsea were playing in the 5 p.m. kickoff. I probably could have got a bit more for him. Let's have a look what his price is going for. And I know Lozano scored as well. I have one in the club. I have a Pulisic in the club as well. He's currently, well, he's actually at 40k right now. So I've just sold those to panic buyers or lazy buyers, which is quite nice. And we're back up again at 1.1 million with an informed Pepe that I could have sold, and I just missed the boat on him as well for a little bit of profit. Arsenal obviously drew 2-2 with Southampton, so not a great run there. And yeah, we've got the Thierry Henry that's waiting to sell as well. So we're going to be in a really strong spot now. It's all the work I put in over the last week that you guys, I feel like, didn't see like come to fruition because of the way I was doing it, is finally paying dividends. Tell me Lozano's up at 70k. He scored 1, but I think they're drawing. If he's up at 70k, he can get gone. He's 57k on PlayStation. What did I buy him for? 44. I'll tell you what, I'll list him. I'll try and get him for maybe to sell him to a lazy buyer. Let's drop him up for like 58, 55 star. If we can make 10, 11, 12k on him, that would be fantastic. And then we've got another Pulisic card that I bought for 40k. We'll drop him on as well. I need to reinvest in these when they go down, or just pay more attention to ones to watches anyway. There's such a high potential to make a lot of coins from ones to watches, and I just don't pay enough attention to it. And then a Promes. I don't know if Ajax have played yet or not this weekend, or if he's still due to play, but he's at, oh, he's an SBC. Never mind. He's at nothing. He's an untradeable. And did I have another one? So I don't have any more one to watch cards, 2 untradables there, and then a Lukaku on the transfer list already that hopefully will have a good game as well and bang up in price. So there you go, guys. That's where we're at. That's where the account's at. We're really starting to get into a good spot. As I say, if we sell those ones to watch cards, the Lukaku, the Pepe, the Pulisic and the Lozano, and we sell Henry, we'll probably be sitting well over 2 million coins. If I listed those up for, I've got it set to 3 days. My fault. Well, that's good enough anyway. They'll probably sell. There's a good amount of time for them to switch around. But yeah, if I sell all of this stuff that's on my transfer list right here, we'll be over 2 million coins with a stacked club of golds, common and rare, a stacked club of silvers and bronzes, and I think I've still got over 500,000's worth of consumables in my club at current market price, not at lazy bid buyer price or not at a Thursday price, but at current market price. So we are in a great spot right now, pushing towards that 10 million coins. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.